Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Druidz cast. We've got Druidz Daax, the green Zerg in the bottom. And in the top we got the blue Terran, it's Vandelay.
Yes, that's right. It is a TVZ matchup today, and well, just on Monday we cast Daax in a crazy best of 9 series as well, and boy, that was just it was very exciting, but it was also kind of short. Well, guys, just if you haven't yet watched those, the VODs are up on our YouTube channel. It is Messy Casts on YouTube. But yeah, so if you're watching a replay now, because we'll also post this, spoiler alert, because I have never seen Daax lose a game yet. I watched through a replay pack. I watched him play the best of 9 series last Monday, and I have just never seen him lose a game.
And I believe in the off race war he became champion, isn't it? He only lost through Rocky, but Rocky needed to go because of technical parents issues.
Yeah, I guess you're actually right. So he did lose a game then, but yes, that was off race, of course. So with Zerg, I never saw him lose a game, and actually there were 2 versus Terran maps in his replay pack as well. And he just looked solid, and I will tell you what he likes though. He really loves Lings and Ultras, man. Lings and Ultras.
Lings and Ultras? Okay.
Yeah, well, of course he needs to get there, so he also gets some Roaches, gets some Infestors. I've seen him do Banelings as well, but he just loves the Ultras so much, and he gets them before the Broodlords.
Well, actually, what I haven't seen him doing yet is Infestors. I haven't seen him ever make a single Infestor.
Yes, you did. I have to correct you there, OD, because
that was the last game.
In the last game versus Pacha, he used those Infestors beautifully. But all right. Of course, it is now on Vandelay. He is the challenger of tonight. Can he do it? Can he defeat the king of the hill? It's Daax. Well, you can't beat someone when you're supply blocked, but it is shortly helped as the supply depot finishes. And the bunker goes down to actually defend the command center going down. I would expect for a moment there this bunker being built back here, but I guess the supply depot, this is the WCS maps we're using. So the supply depot actually blocks that placement a bit.
Yes, and meanwhile a marine is already retreating from a very small harass at the natural of Daax.
Just look to see if we could do something, maybe place a bunker there, but
no,
not today.
Well, sometimes you see these players who have just a low NPM like me. They just put a bunker right there, and then the opponent thinks, oh, he's going to do some bunker harassment or whatsoever, but actually nothing is there. So you will pull off some drones and it's just a fake bunker harassment, but it also works a little bit. Not that efficient as a real bunker harassment, but you know, when you have just got lack of APM, you have to be creative about the things you can do.
Yeah, but it works. Meanwhile, Vandelay scouting if there is a quick third. There isn't. Gas went down just a little bit ago, so 520 I presume. So we will see a Roach Worm probably coming up in a bit. Meanwhile though, Vandelay saw what he needed to see and is probably going to... Is he going to add Hellions? I think so.
Yes.
There he goes. And double Starport. Is he crazy enough to go double Banshee as well? That would be awesome. Because I haven't seen that in a long while.
I like Banshees.
Yeah, I mean Banshees are awesome, but double Starport, this is really exciting. Well, because of course they can do so much damage if they are undetected. Double Evo Chamber going down, so that will delay the tech from Daax for a bit. Actually, I seen him do this exact thing, putting down Evo chambers. He was a bit later then, it was around 7, and we'll see a third hatch. There it is, and yeah, that really means that he is going to have a lot of investors. Sorry, just a lot of links and some investors to try and hold off the Terran, and then he will add ultras to it. I'm suspecting that's his plan. But let's see what he actually wants.
Oh, and look at the SimCity and the natural of Vandelay. I really like the way he places the supply depots and the barracks in front of his bunker. I really like the way he does that. Because he knows the units of Daax are, close combat units. So they have to stand against the buildings.
Yep,
so
but apart from being close combat units, you also know what they are, OD. They only shoot ground. Yeah, and they are, yes. Sure. but there's double banshees coming. No cloak though, because he can't afford it. But maybe we'll add that later. Let's see if... Yes, more banshees are going down.
Double banshees. Goodness.
Double banshees. It's really been a long time since I've seen that, but I like it very much. The Hellions are for map control. And yeah, it all comes down to how Daax reacts just when he sees it.
Well, I think Vandelay knows Daax, because he's the guy who likes to get a quick third. He's the guy who has follow with links and ultra-desk, but we also have seen some roach plays from him. So Vandelay has to come, and he is going to try to harass, and we see some Zerglings coming in, and oh, the Hellions are moving backwards there a little, get some Zerglings, and is it going to get some drones, because that's the point. I hope the Banshees are going to target the Queen. Yes, they do. One Queen goes down very well, but he loses a Banshee right there. And oh, nice splash damage there by the Hellions. A lot of Zerglings are going down, more Queens are going to be under fire. And let's see, those Queens are almost nearly dead, and there it goes.
Nice transfuse, did you see that?
Perfect transfuse right there. I thought that Queen was gone in 60 seconds, but it's not. He saved the Queen just in time, but there it goes indeed. So it was a Queen with 2 lives actually. And oh, the Banshee harass. Oh man, one Banshee can win from one single Queen easily.
But they have to target the Queen though, and their Spore Crawlers down. But with these Hellions that are getting repaired there, nice touch.
Oh wow, yes.
But so he hasn't really, let's see, just a bit. He has killed 4 drones, but he hasn't killed the third. And he needed to do either one of them. He needed to kill either a lot of drones or kill the third. And that didn't work, so Daax actually defended that very well and is now running across the map with some speedlings. And that will be quite strong. The infestors are going to be out in just a minute. That will also mean that this Hellion play will become a lot weaker then. But for now we have the Lynx walking into the mineral line. And whole position micro there. A lot of... yeah. This harass was worth it, man. Look at those SCVs going down.
Yes, you definitely killed more workers. That's 11 workers killed yet for Daax. And let's see the units lost step. Well, it's like 1900 versus 950 minerals lost in units.
Yeah, the point of course being that Daax can afford to lose, to trade inefficiently at the moment, because he is a base ahead and his build will become stronger in the future, also adding in the Spire by the way and the Baning Nest. But his build will really kick into gear just now with the infestors coming out and more tech units being added, while this play from Vandelay was really meant to do damage now, or rather a minute ago, and he didn't quite do the damage that he needed to do, I think.
Well, and meanwhile he's adding more barracks, so I think he's going to go for a mag play.
Factories, you mean? Yes, that's completely true. Double armory down, 1-1 upgrade already done. I like that very much. It is very strong. Of course, he needs to be so careful about losing any of these valuable units.
Yes, and a 4th base is already halfway done for Daax.
But he might get a cancel on that, because these Banshees are here. But the infestors move in, and if they get some fungals off, that would be huge. There goes one fungal. Can he chain it? No, he doesn't.
He doesn't, no.
He doesn't want to lose any infestors.
And we see the top of the map Zerglings going to the north, and I believe they spotted more Banshees, and lots of Hellions are streaming in, are going towards the 4th base.
Vandelay should actually realize he doesn't have any Marines on the map.
Greater Spires has started.
That's actually great. I thought he would go Ultras, but maybe that was just an experiment he did on ladder, and now he wants to go for the Broodlords. Bit more common, but so strong against a Mech.
Yes, and this hatchery is going to fall very soon, I believe, because there's no way he's going to hold it. So that's good news for Vandelay. But we see the army of Daax waiting at the 3rd base, a little more south. What is it? There's a lot of Zerglings right there. Yes. And Banelings in the 3rd base of thing coming in. Oh, are they going to get a lot of kills? I don't hope it for Vandelay. Oh, how many workers did he kill right there?
8 right there, because he killed 11 earlier.
Wow.
That was good for Banelings.
And there's quite a heavy mech army in the front of the base of Daax. And is he going to hold this off? It's a very tough army to beat. Siege tanks has come up, a lot of splash damage is engaged there. Infestowns are going down, are being thrown down near the siege tanks, which is quite a good thing to do. And he destroys the army of Vandelay right there. And I am slowing down the game, I believe, or not?
No, I don't think so, but I really loved the way that the Lings also came in from the back, and the infested Terrans were thrown down. That was really an expensive army to lose. Of course, he kind of delayed the 4th base, now going up again. That's a good thing for Vandelay, because he is already up on his own 4th base. So that's really awesome.
That's quite good. He did turn it around, because I think the opening was quite good for
Oh,
Daax.
but some of these Hellions getting caught, that was just a bit sloppy from Vandelay, because they could have dealt huge damage to these Zerglings if they were controlled right. But there is some more Hellions to try again.
Yes. And the 3rd starport is almost completed for Vandelay. So he's going to add some more Terran units. I think he...
yeah, he needed a reactor to build some Vikings, because he is seeing the transition that Daax is making. He saw, of course, the Corruptor shooting down his Banshees. So, and actually he's just seeing the Broodlords straight up. So he needs to deal with them, and that's of course lots of Vikings, and air attack level 1 also on the way.
Yes, oh, more Broodlords are going to be morphed in. Broodlords are tough to deal with if you don't have enough Vikings. Let's see, the Viking count is now 4 for him, and there are being 2 more in production, so there will be 6 Vikings soon. 2 more are being made, so he's making 4 Vikings at a time. And I think his Viking count is high enough to deal with the Broodlords.
Of course, he also needs to deal with Corruptors as well, so he will need some more. He will also need to get some upgrades. But yeah,
yes, some Hellions are coming in.
Nice fungal there, but Lings not really being in the right position. A lot of them going down, but Daax doesn't really care about that. His mineral income is quite high enough. It's the gas probably that he needs for all those Broodlords. Meanwhile, getting a 5th base up though, and well, as long as he can hold off the Hellion run-bys, that's actually quite a safe expansion to be, especially behind these Broodlords that can cut up any army movement right here.
Yes, and it's important for the Terran to keep the Zerg under pressure and also to harass his economy any time of the game. We saw Vortex doing that versus Stefano, and we saw MVP in the GSL doing that versus Live. And actually, it's a big issue when you can hit the Zerg economy. Okay, let's see. Here's going to make some spines left, but he already noticed the 5th base of Daax. And we see the Broodlords in the center of the map moving in position. Where are they going to? They are going to attack the 4th base of Vandelay.
But look at this, so many Vikings now, and that could actually be the Viking count you were talking about.
60 Vikings.
Some very good fungals could really turn that around. But for now, the Broodlords are just walking right into those. Oh, but look at the fungal. That is a huge fungal. Can you get it again? Yes, he gets some of them, and the Lynx stream in as well, but this army is really strong. Siege up tanks with 2-2 upgrades. But look at the Vikings going down, a huge explosion, and they all fall.
That was the winning. That were the winning focus right there, because he lost a lot of Vikings right there, and he needs those really hard.
Well, so Daax is still losing his Broodlords though, and he's not killing this expansion with just the infestors, and all the Broodlords are actually gone. So yes, Vandelay lost his army, but Daax lost his army as well, and both were really strong. So I'm not exactly sure who came out ahead of that, because the Terran got to keep his base, but oh, actually, I was speaking too early, because more Vikings are needed to clean this up entirely. But there goes the last Broodlord. And let's see how Daax wants to follow this up. Yes, Ultras on the way now. And the Lynx finally finish off this base. That's really what Daax needed.
Oh, and look at the position of that tank of Vandelay. I really like it there behind one to protect the fourth base.
So many Lynx died there because, well, they are kind of expendable, and we see that Vandelay is continuing to produce Vikings, but Daax isn't adding any Corruptors anymore, so these Vikings are really just paperweights. And yeah, I like the decision very much. He prepared for that. He also got most of the upgrades already that he needed, so yeah, that's very strong.
So would Vandelay suspect the transition to this Ultraliscus?
I don't know. I mean, it can always happen, and I'm assuming that at the level that these players are playing, that Vandelay will know. But can he actually predict it? Also, air weapons level 2 coming down, which is really not what he needs right now. Of course, he already has the upgrades for his mech.
Daax is sitting on 3 Ultralisk and 11 Infestors right now.
That's a nice
one. Oh,
army.
the third base is under attack of Vandelay. Yes, with some Infestors, so he's doing there some economic damage to Vandelay, which is quite good. And Daax hasn't scouted the top 5th base of Vandelay yet.
Under attack.
Oh man, there's a lot of in-state. He's still under attack at his fifth base with those Hellions. And this hatchery is, well, it only's got 400 HP left, but it will take a while to destroy. And let's see, there are, again, the Infestors are coming into the 3rd base, but they're moving away, so they're not finding the right angle to attack.
Yeah, this 3rd there was done just in time. Of course, they can throw some Infested Terrans down on this low ground as well. We see some Ultras here, but look at the vision though for Daax. I think that Vandelay really nicely cleaned up a lot of those nasty creep tumors, and now the Lynx also trying to get to these Hellions, but Blue Flame is just strong, man. It would be actually really funny if just one Hellion.
Hellions are moving into the natural of Daax. Let's see what is if he's going to do some damage right there. No, they're picked up by these circlings.
Yeah, not quite. This army is camping there, waiting for the creep to retreat. But it would be... oh, there actually the Lynx finally managed to clean out those 2 Hellions, 3 Hellions. But now the Banshees come in as well, and Ultras are not the best against the Banshees. And that's actually pretty nice.
12 Ultralisks. Oh, now he's got a few less. Yeah. And there it comes with the Ultralisk to engage these tanks here. Whoa, my god. If the Terrans are going down, the Ultralisks are shredding through these tanks here. And he's going to beat this mech army right here. He's won the battle in the center, but is he going to win the war? Daax, is he going to win this match against Vandelay? It's going toe-to-toe right now, but the problem for Vandelay is he cannot lose his army because he cannot trade his army because the Zerg is going to replenish quicker, and this is a bad engagement here for Daax. So that's why he is retreating, and the Banshees meanwhile are cleaning up the 5th base of Daax. We just saw that, and here they go with Funkles on these Hellions, and wow, the Ultralisk are doing their job tonight.
Yeah, those Fungals were really clutch against those Hellions, really catching all of them. Of course, for Vandelay, the Hellions are sort of cannon fodder as well. They are there to tank the damage, and the Banshees are really what is causing Daax some headache right now. These Ultralisks,
Yes, but here are some conductors to deal with the Banshees. And let's see, there's a big army moving across the map. Yes, we just saw that. And maybe he could, Daax could harass with his infestors. And he has not seen the 5th base yet. He hasn't scouted, so he doesn't know about it.
Yeah, and that's really hurting him right now, because this base has been mining here for a while now, especially the gas. And, well, I mean, it's an outlying base, so he could maybe attack it with just some links, just like those Hellions were here for Vandelay.
But these guys are quite going toe-to-toe for each other, but I think Daax is going to win this, because this is a Zerg map, this is a quite wide map, and he needs to try to set up a flank. This is a beautiful place to set up a flank. He could use the infested town. Oh, he can also use it there, by the way. Nice nice scene by Vandelay. So this makes Daax move. I don't hope for him he's going to unsiege, because he will be on top of him. No, he's not going to unsiege. Well done by Vandelay right there. And he's moving with the Thors and the Hellions.
Yeah, I'm surprised though that you're already calling the game OD, because it's even in supply count. It's actually also well, just now, just in mining terms, Vandelay is actually a base ahead of the Zerg, so I'm not quite sure, though this army is terribly big, and the Ultras swing in once again to do massive damage to these tanks, and the Broodlords are there as well. Such a nice army composition, but it isn't enough, and now really we see the Thors are untouched, and the Broodlords are going to fall because they cannot retreat.
Yes, he needed to flank right there, as I was saying, but he didn't. He did not manage to do that quite well. But he did some damage, and he has got a lot of lava left to replenish his army. But now he's getting some great blows from Vandelay, and Daax is in trouble for the first time in this game.
Well played, he says. And that's it.
Wow, I did not expect that Daax was going to lose right there.
Well, just one bad army engagement can cost you the game, but yeah, I do think that he didn't scout the 5th base, and Vandelay just held on to his 4th base like a boss, and that was really all he needed. So, very, very nice game. We saw some late game play from both these players, and man, this best of time is really going to be exciting.